Hello and welcome back to my book nook. Okay. So, this isn't like technically news for like my readathon, but I just had really big news for me and this channel and whatnot, and eventually you guys are going to see it. Eventually. But it's not now. But I just saw what is pretty much my final design for my cover. There are some tweaks and whatnot that still have to be made, and we're still obviously working on the back and whatnot, but at least the front cover and the spine and whatnot for the most part are fairly done. And you guys, I cried. I love it. It like I had a vision for this book cover and it was brought to life, and I'm just so excited. I am in love with it and I cannot wait to share it with the world. Um, so I had to mention that because it's just like that. It made me so excited, and also like really has like lit a fire under my ass, and I really need to like buckle down with the editing, so that way I can bring this book to life and debut it the way I want to, on when I want to. So I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait to introduce it to you guys. But yeah, I had to share it. It's here. Like it's almost done. It is like it's basically done. It's like if it's at the stage where like ignoring the back because there's like pretty much nothing on the back right now because I don't have my synopsis and whatnot finalized and done and all that. But at least front cover wise, like if that's the cover that I had to use to publish, I absolutely could. There's nothing like majorly wrong with it. It's just some like super minor details. That's it. But I love it so much. I love it so much. But this is my K-pop readathon video vlog, so we gotta start talking about my K-pop and whatnot. So I have finished another book. So I have officially finished my second book of the year. I finished this today. It is Sunday night, by the way. That's why I had my ring light out because I was filming a reaction to the cover. And so I just figured while I had everything out, I'd record an update, which I really should be using my ring light at night more because at least you can see me and all my pastiness. But anyways, the book that I read is Wild Mittens Unruly Socks 2 by Lumi Karmitsa. And here's the thing, it's kind of cheating because like for the most part it's mostly just like charts and whatnot pictures. These are the socks that I got this book for because I want to make these socks. I saw them on Ravelry and I just thought they were so cute and fun. And I saw that it was in this book and this book was available on the library, so I was like, let me get it. And then I got it and like was reading everything and read the pattern, and I was like, oh, experience. Okay, I've kind of sort of finished a project. Should probably make at least a single pair of regular socks. So I'm not going to be making these anytime soon. But I read a book, so it counts. It counts. I'm counting it. Oh, it counts. I finished a book. I can use this to pick somebody's debut look. There are so many colors that I could choose off of this. What do I want to choose? Oh gosh, I didn't think this through. Lots of white, but like the white kind of feels like cheating. But like it's fine. I could also come back to this later. The purple's pretty prominent. I could use purple for lavender Bangchen. I could do that. It's not the same shade, but I did say that it doesn't have to be the same shade. And if you want to get technical, if you like look at these socks, there's like some really light purples, so you can kind of say those are lavender. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna get the Hyungs. We're gonna use this for Bangchen. We're gonna recruit Bangchen with my knitting book. Yep. So Bangchen. We're not even recruiting. We're in the debut round of this. So scratch that. We have figured out Bangchen's debut look, which is going to be the purple lavender hair. But ignore that; it's a darker shade. It's lavender Bangchen. That's purple haired Bangchen. That's what we've got. So we've got that. I'm currently in the middle of reading Solo Leveling Volume 3, which we're pulling up this, is a manhwa. So that'll mark off this. When I mark off this, that's going to give me a bingo this way. I did also mark off make Korean food because my husband and I went to Hot Pot like last week, like a week ago, and I forgot to mark it down. So, but I have that down. Learn a new phrase in Korean. The problem is technically I have watched videos where it's like Korean phrase of the day, and I like memorize it for like a minute, and then I've like it's gone out of my head. So it hasn't stuck yet. So that's why I'm not marking it off yet. But like I have been exposed to new phrases and whatnot. And practice Hangul, that one will be done this week because there's a book, and so that might kill those two, like mark off those two, which would give me the bingo this way and this way. um K drama, I also want to finish that this week because I want to finish Imitation. I think I've got like 3 episodes left, so that's easy. The problem is I've been knitting, and the current projects that I'm doing, one of them I can do while watching other stuff, but the other it's kind of hard to watch it if it's not in English, but that's besides the point. So going to this bottom one though, once I finish volume 3, which will be done either tonight or tomorrow, so within the next little bit, I'm going to have a few uh, bingos, which means I'm going to have freebies. That's how the bingo board works. It's why you would want to do the bingo board. So Solo Leveling is a manhwa written by a Korean author with a Korean main character. It's set in kind of like a post dystopian kind of Korea of sorts. So that one manhwa will fill those 3, so it'll give me the bingo here. These 2 also are just automatic free bingos, or not free bingos, they're automatic free prompts. So I will have 2, 3 like prompts, like free prompts that I'll be able to do for picking hair colors and whatnot. And then if I watch a K drama, that's going to be another one. So like I am close. I think this week I can get some free prompts. So I'm really excited about this. We're going to make some major progress on this week. But either way, I am so excited right now. It's my night has been made. And I am just now rambling at this point. So I need to stop this. I need to go read. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hello. So it is now Saturday night. I think it's about 7 o'clock right now. And yeah, I don't think I've talked to you guys in about a week. I think the last time I talked to you was Sunday. Oops. So this is now a 2 week vlog because I am not releasing a weekly vlog that I only talk to you on 2 days for a fairly short amount of time. So this is going to be a 2 week vlog now. Yay. Just like I did last round, I combined weeks 3 and 4. Doing it again this time. I don't remember why I combined them last time. Maybe it was just the way the weeks fell, but oh, it's because I was out of the country. So yeah, that filming wise, basically week 4 was non-existent because I wasn't here. But why is it happening this time? Well, something we think it's the flu or whatever is going around Arizona, and it's kicking everybody's butts, and it has absolutely hit my family and hit it hard. So I've been in nurse mode since at least Wednesday. It has not stopped. We are still going on. We are on day 4, I think, of this. Still going. Um, and so I just really haven't had a whole lot of time to read. Not like I would have liked. I have written a decent amount too, which that's the other problem is like Monday and Tuesday for sure. I was spending a lot of time writing. I think a little bit when, and I'm like, I'm still doing it. I finally have like really hit my groove. So I've been writing, but I can't show you anything with that. So like it makes more bugs. I'm like, yeah, I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I can't show you anything. Maybe I can take screenshots next time of like the word counts, but again, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and it's boring. Let's be real, it's boring. We're here to talk about reading though, and I do have an update on that. Technically speaking, my readathon's done for me. Sorta. I really need to focus on the lyrics for my song, so I am like 99% certain that I know the chorus for Chick Chick Boom. That is the song that I chose for my debut song for this round of my readathon. pretty sure, I am almost positive I know all of the words for the chorus of Chick Chick Boom, which means I've topped it at the charts at number 5. Now I just need to count to see how many parts of the song that I already know and go up. I think you've got the 2 repeating parts before the chorus, like the pre-chorus, and I'm pretty sure, I think there's 2 of them, so I know those. So that would put me up to 3. So I would just need to learn 2 more parts. Changbin's I'm pretty close, I think. So I just need to like go back through and like that's like my goal for this week is to really like hone in on learning the lyrics and also trying to black out this board because it could happen. Oh, I forgot something. Where is it? It's right there. Okay. One moment. I grabbed it. We're going to talk about that in a second when we're talking about the board. Anyways, I technically kind of sort of have hit everything. I filled it out. So we're going to talk about it real quick. I'm going to have to throw up images here or here. I don't know. I'm just going to stay in the middle because I have to hold this up. So I guess, yeah, I guess images are going here. So I finished Solo Leveling volumes 3 and 4 online. So I found a website that broke down which chapters were in which volumes. And so I've just been keeping track that way because I'm reading it online instead of physically because it's taking too long to get in from my library. So I just want to keep reading. So I'm just going to read them online because that is an option. Absolutely loving it. I'm continuing with the story. I don't know why it took me so long into this week to actually start doing that, but I did. So I've finished volumes 3 and 4. Honestly, I will probably finish 5 tonight, if not tomorrow. So we're making progress on that. But I finished, like I said, Solo Leveling volume. We're gonna just start with 3 because I finished Solo Leveling volume 3, which means I read a manhwa. Color that in. We already had the variety show from previous. The manhwa was a book by a Korean author, so that one got marked off. And it had a Korean main character because they are Korean. And so I got to mark off that. If you remember from my bingo board, these 2 squares in particular are bonus prompts. So if you feel, even if you just felt like the entire board can be blank, but if you have read a book with a Korean main character, you automatically get a freebie. For whatever that round entails. This round, it's picking the debut look for 1 member. So these 2 are freebies. So these 2 automatically are freebies, right? But I have this row completed. That's a bingo that way. So bingos also are freebies. Then I have a bingo going diagonally, another bingo, and I have a bingo going down. I have lots of things. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by completing the 1 manhwa. I now have 5 solo prompts basically that I got to have, and that also does not include the one for the fact that I did read Solo Leveling. But I mean, yeah, Solo Leveling, you can also use books multiple times as long as there's multiple colors and whatnot. So I first marked down that I just read Solo Leveling Volume 5. That was just the book itself, right? Without even looking at the bingo board. And I used Volume 3, and I got the black from that, and I'm recruiting Han. Then, because I read a book with a Korean main character, because that's a freebie spot, then I used that for Changbin, and I'm going green, and specifically the Maniac, I believe. I think that's the music video that I'm thinking of, where he's got the green stripes. But the green is for Changbin. That's his debut look. And then because I read a book with a Korean author, again, that's a freebie, I am choosing Sungmin's look. And I just stuck with black. It's honestly his iconic look. I mean, at this point, I cannot picture Sungmin with any other hair color. I am sure he at least once he has dyed his hair, but I can't think of it. So we're just I like black for him. It looks good. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So got that. Then we're going for our bingos. So because I got bingo going down, I'm using that for Hyunjin with his red. And then because I got the bingo diagonally, I'm using that for Felix, for that rose goldy pink kind of color that he had for the Do It comeback. And then because I got bingo across the bottom, I'm using that for Ian for his Cruella hair. So that combined with already having Bang Chan, Lino, and Yep, Bang Chan and Lino. That's it. So because I already had those two, I finished it. They all have their debut looks picked. And then I read volume 4, which is just a bonus. So like if you feel like this is cheating, then throw in volume 4 into one of the bingos or the free slots or whatever. Doesn't matter. I did technically read another book. And again, these are all the rules that I previously established, so these can apply to anybody. Could I have waited to do the bingo free slots and all the free prompts at the end of the month? Sure. I have a week left. But because I'm really getting into my writing right now, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be reading. So I really don't know if I'm going to be able to complete another book, and if so, how many. I will obviously keep track of those, and I'll talk about those at the end of the month. But I didn't want to have to worry about it. So I picked everybody's debut looks, which was already the looks that they were going to do, and I'm just marking them down because that's fun. And why not? I'm going to continue focusing on the dance, and that is what it is. So like I said, for the next week, I'm going to try to black out the board, which also, if you remember, blacking out the board means automatic guarantees, it's prompts for everybody. So because I want to encourage you to also embrace the culture and whatnot. So learn the lyrics to a K-pop song. I'm going to try my best to learn every single word to Chick Chick Boom. I feel like I am like halfway there at least. So in a week, I should be good. Practice Hangul and learn a new phrase in Korean. Good talk. We're going to circle back to that. And then learn the choreo to a K-pop dance. Technically, I have kind of sort of learned the choreography to Chick Chick Boom. However, I don't fully have it memorized, so we're going to work on that. And then I don't know if we're going to count that. I feel like if I at least do the dance practice, because it's like for the entire song, not just the chorus. So I feel like if I do that like once, maybe twice, I should credit myself for that, but we'll see. But back to these two. I'm really sad to say I did not complete those for the first round, when I'm really mad at myself for it because it's something easy. And so I have a website like that I used previously and it's like a 15-minute video for you to learn Hangul. I'm like, it's easy. So I really need to do that. But I saw this book. Somebody was, I think it was maybe in ATEEZ. I don't know. But it was somebody that I saw on TikTok. They were talking about this book, and I kind of looked into it, and I saw that it was available on KU, so I looked into it just to see how it was formatted, if I liked it or not enough to buy it, and I did, because I also really want, when I'm learning languages, I like to be really hands-on and whatnot, so I bought Korean for K-pop fans. Is this going to be perfect? Absolutely not, but I feel like this is a good starting point for me, and so I know Hangul is one of the first things in here. Where is it? It's at the very beginning. Hello. Yeah. So you have the alphabet right here. And so I'm going to practice those, and I'm going to learn, and then I'm going to keep going through, and I'm going to learn other things. I think I want to probably start with learning how to say my name in Korean. So like, hi, my name is. I feel like that's a good place to start. So that is my goal for this week. Practice Hangul, learn a new phrase, learn the lyrics to the song and the dance. I think it's possible. So that is my update on the Readathon prompts. But like, I also have more K-pop news. And like, I really want to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. I, earlier today, like 4.5 hours ago at this point, went and saw the ATEEZ VR concert thing. I had no clue what to expect. Mind you, these tickets, I believe, were like over $40 each. Yeah. So originally my husband was supposed to go with me, but yeah, he's really sick right now. So he couldn't go with me. So I got my sister to go with me. My sister has not listened to I don't think she's listened to a single song in K-pop before today. But I was like, it's going to be a fun new experience. I don't know what to expect, but it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Do you want to come with me? And she said yes. So my sister came with me. I had fun. She had fun. She had no clue what was going on. She had no clue who any of the members are, but she had fun. So I count that as a win. I enjoyed it. I wish it was longer. By the time you put the headset on to the time it's done, it's only 45 minutes, which is a bummer. I really wish it was longer, but it was also absolutely amazing. They are like this close to your face. It's glorious. The only like real complaint that I had is that I feel like they didn't have it loud enough. So like couldn't sing at the top of my lungs or like really like they encouraged the singing and screaming and all that. But like they didn't have the volume up loud enough to encourage that. So it is what it is, but I have goodies. So we got these posters, like, so everybody got the poster, but my sister, she doesn't know K-pop. She doesn't care enough. So I have her poster too. So one of these is mine, and I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Well, I have to talk with my husband about where I can display this because um, his thought process as a straight man is, why do I want to display a piece of artwork with 8 random men that I do not know in my house? Which is a fair statement. So I don't know where I'm going to be able to display this. Maybe in my closet, because that's not something that he would have to see every day as if it was like in my living room. But I do want to display it because it's really pretty and I like the colors. And it's just a well done poster. I technically have the posters from my albums that I've previously bought, but like those are already folded. These aren't folded. They're nice and they're good quality. So, but because I have 2 of them and I don't need to, one of these is going to my best friend. When they come and visit me in April, they get to take one home and they already know about it. Oh, and in case anybody was curious, I did ask my sister about who her favorite was afterwards, and she said it was Young. I I like literally showed her. I was like, okay, after about 45 minutes of staring at their faces, do you think you can tell them apart enough to tell me who your favorite was? And she's like, yeah, I think so. And she looked at the picture and she was like, that one. And I'm like, Young, nice. He was my original bias. So yeah, she liked Young, which is really funny considering him and Yosong have the least amount of lines basically, and the selection of songs that they chose, he absolutely like Yosong. I think had more lines than him. I could be wrong, but he's front and center a lot for a lot of the dances. So, but yes, my sister liked Yosong. So Young. So I now have posters. They're really pretty. So again, one of these is going to my best friend. I just have to find a place to store it very safely until they come here in April and make sure my kiddo does not accidentally destroy it because that would be really sad. But I have other things. Ugh. Okay. You know, if I was really smart, I would have thought about this ahead of time. But then we got these like tickets things or whatever, and they're like souvenir tickets. And so that is the back. I can just write, like you can see, front to back. So that is the back, and they're pretty. And I really, really like these. And I will absolutely be using these as bookmarks. I don't know if I'm going to fill out the back or not, because you technically can, but these are gorgeous. I absolutely love these. I may give one to my best friend. I think that's what I'm going to do. I haven't told them that yet, but I think I'm going to be giving them one. And then you get photo cards, and this is where if I was smart, I would have thought. But I guess now you guys get to see me. I've already looked at these and then I put them back. But they came in this, and I don't know how I'm going to store these because I like the whole presentation of you have this little sleeve thing that it came in. Then the card itself is in an actual like photo card sleeve protective card thing of sorts, which is cool. And then it's in this thing. So this still isn't even the photo card. Then you get to the photo card. So I got San. I think technically my sister got San, but then again, she doesn't know these character guys. She does not care. So she gave me him. So I got San. This is the ring light. But that is San for the VR thing, and he does wear that exact outfit, and it's glorious. And I'm like looking at the like shoulder bolero shrug thing that he has on, and like I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, ooh, I could knit that. I'm sure I could find like a pattern online, and I could make that. So that may eventually work its way into my list of things. And then the second one is I got Sangwa, and he looks glorious and so pretty, and he is the one that I got. So those are the official things that we got. But then we had freebies. So like I got freebies. So again, my sister technically got one of these, and I got the other one. I'm pretty sure I got the Hongjin one and then she got San again, which is really funny, but they're like holographic and whatnot. So the ring light's playing funny like. One of these is going to my best friend. I'm pretty sure San is probably going to her just because that's her bias, and I don't think I've given her some photo cards before, and I think I've only given them Hyunjin, Yuno, and Songhwa because like duplicates and whatnot that I have, but I don't think I've given them a San before. So I feel like I should be giving them the San because that's their bias, but I technically did tell them that they could pick whichever one. And we're currently in a stalemate because they're like, whichever one you don't want. I'm like, bitch, what you just pick? But anyways, and then as other freebies, we got little charm things. So this one says yo song. It's got the little pretty bow. And then this one is work. And my sister picked this one because she thought it was pretty, which it is very pretty. And I actually think I'm going to be putting this one on my purse. I have to see if I can, how much of a pain that would be, and if it would be sturdy. But I think I might put this on one of the zipper pulls of my purse. I think it would go really pretty. And then the Yosung one, I think I might try to put it on my light stick, which is right off here, right off screen, right over here. I might put this at the bottom, attached to the strap and whatnot, and decorate it. But if not, I'll figure out a place for him. But yeah, that's what I got from the concert and or virtual tour thing, and it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And that's basically all that you've missed from the past week. Not much. I played Nurse, and then I went to the VR concert thing, and I had an absolute blast, and had so much fun. And, you know, spoilers, eventually we will have another round where we're going to be adding more groups in. And if you haven't figured out already, yes, I will be doing ATEEZ as my second group. I was actually really torn about choosing which group to start with, but I figured Stray Kids because that was the original idea. So we're going to stick with Stray Kids, but ATEEZ is coming eventually. But yeah, that's my update for now. And I will check in with y'all later in the week. Hopefully I have better reading updates for you. If not, at least my readathon is technically done right now. I'll see y'all later. 안녕하세요. So ignore the lighting and the chaos behind me. I don't feel good enough to kind of care. So we're playing around with lighting, and I'll play around with it more. But yeah, I figured, you know, because I know how to say hello in Korean, I probably should be saying it more in my K-pop videos. So 안녕하세요. If I am pronouncing that wrong, please let me know. But that is, from my understanding, how you pronounce it. 안녕하세요. So, I'm a bit of a liar. Last time I spoke to you was a week ago. It's now February 1st. My readathon is officially over. And I haven't talked to you guys in a week. So week 4, I'm really glad I combined weeks 3 and 4 because it was basically a here's the wrap up of the week because yeah. Gonna be honest. Last week I am pretty sure I meant if I didn't mention it, I'm telling it now. And if I did, okay, I'm not going back and rewatching that 20-minute clip because I haven't edited it yet. But my child was sick last week, and which is fine. You know, something is going through Arizona right now, and then gave it to my husband, who I do share a bed with. And I thought I was fine. I thought I got out scotch-free. I was good, and you can clearly now hear it in my voice. I didn't get the flu like they did, but I did get a sinus infection. So, you know, the throat, the congestion, it's also unfortunately in my ears. That's what triggered me to be like, I think this is a sinus infection and not just like allergies or a cold or flu. And it's something more because it's in my ears and it's a little hard to hear sometimes and it hurts. Yeah. So, as a result, because I've felt like crap for the last week, my bookshelves are still an absolute disaster because I haven't been feeling well enough to try to put up my bookshelves. Plus, I think I'm also going to need a second set of hands in order to put those up without damaging my walls. But I have finished a couple books. So, last time I spoke with you, I think I had said that I had finished Solo Leveling Volumes 3 and 4. If I didn't, cool, I finished those. But I know for a fact that I did finish Solo Leveling Volume 5 in the past week, and I have finished The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. So the week for one, like books and whatnot that I finished, those were just like extra because I technically had completed everything I needed in order to pick everybody's debut looks for the readathon. But if you didn't like how many bingos and whatnot that I had, I mean, I have 2 more covers that I could have chosen like looks and colors for. And so, you know, I definitely got 2 more in, but that's neither here nor there. In terms of my bingo board, I was hoping I could have gotten like a blackout. That was kind of my goal. I only got 1 more in, which was practice Hangul, and that one is because I barely got that one in. And I really only kind of practiced the consonants of Hangul. I didn't even go into the vowels because it's just I can't, like, even if I try pronouncing them out loud right now, it's obviously not going to sound the way it normally would because my voice doesn't sound the way it normally does, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, I'm really happy with how my bingo board turned out for round 2. Again, round 3, I'm gonna try to go for Blackout. I do think that's fun. And I may still keep doing, like, the same song. So for the readathon, for this round, we were supposed to pick a song, to have that be kind of your debut song. And if you learned the chorus, then the song came in on the charts at number 5. And then for each additional member's part that you learned, no matter how short or long it was, in the song, you could go up in the ranks. And I chose Chick Chick Boom after, like, I think I decided that at the end of week 2 or something like that. Mind you, I've known about this for months now, but that's neither here nor there. Like, I already know what the next few rounds are going to be. So, but yeah, it still took me until like week 2 to figure out what song I was going to do. And I ended up officially settling on Chick Chick Boom because I had already started to learn the choreography for that dance. I did not once turn on that video to practice the dance at all. No, not at all. But I did listen to the song and I realized with Hyunjin's Mi Amigo in like the second verse or like bridge or something like that, it's like toward, it's a little bit further in. With that, I am barely squeaking by that I know enough lyrics for the song to debut in the charts at number 1. It almost feels like a cheat, and part of me is like, Lex, like you should put it at number 2, especially because technically none of the parts that I know are in English, Spanish though. But I mean, I also took 8 years of Spanish, so yeah, it feels a little bit cheating. But you know what? We're rolling with it. I feel, with like that season changes and illnesses and whatnot, just coming for us. Like, you know, I'm just taking it. I did have every intentions of learning a few specific parts, like people's parts and whatnot, and my brain is just not there enough to learn it. So, but that is my goal, is to still learn that. And so I think that'll kind of be my goal for the learn the lyrics to a K-pop song. Is I think I'm going to really just focus in on Chick Chick Boom and really try to learn all of the parts. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I've got more rounds coming, so we'll see, whatever. But honestly, the Ashes on Star Grace. Let's go. This is a book channel as well. I am supposed to talk about books. Let's actually briefly talk about the books that I did read. So like I said, I did finish Solo Leveling Volume 5. I'm still really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying also reading it on ebook because I'm just getting through it faster than waiting for it to come in my library, because like each book I feel like is like a 2 to 3 month wait for one to become available. So the ebook was definitely the way to go for that. But now I have the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I did finish this. I listened to this via audiobook, and this definitely took me a couple weeks. I definitely read this way slower than previously, but I'm okay with that. I did not necessarily like it as much as the first one, but I think I kind of have heard that as well. I'm not using Goodreads this year, so I don't know for a fact if that's like a common feeling or not, but I thought it was from what I had heard, but I could be wrong. Either way, I still really enjoyed it. I do have every intention still of continuing on with this series, but I don't physically own books 3 and 4, so I don't know how much I'm going to prioritize those books over the other books that are on my bookshelves, but we'll also see, because if these have no wait time and I'm waiting on books to come in, then those are great books to read in the meantime. But this is book 2, and from my understanding, so books 1 through 4 are out now. 5 is coming out later this year, which I do have pre-ordered. So if I want to keep that pre-order, I do have to read books 3 and 4 eventually, but that's future Lex's problem, not sick Lex's problem. But like they're all broken up in kind of like duets. So like the first 2 books follow like one couple, and then like books 3 and 4 kind of continue on with the same, like, I think overarching plot maybe, or like, and it's still set in the same universe and whatnot, but it's following a different couple, from my understanding. And then I think like books 5 that's coming out, and then eventually 6, same thing. That is my understanding of it. I could be completely wrong. Like I said, I haven't read it yet. I literally just finished 2. But this kind of did end in a way of like, here's the conclusion of this set. But either way, I did really enjoy it. It is another romantasy that I finished, so I got to also mark that off on my romantasy bingo board. I think I did this for Indie to Trad Pup Lane. If I remember correctly, I think that was the bingo board square that I marked off of this was the Indie to Trad, because this was originally indie published, and this is now traditionally published by Bloom or Bramble. But it was really good. It's a romantasy with vampires, and it's good. I love it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Um, yeah, we're gonna wrap this video up because I feel awful. I'm tired of talking. But my readathon, it is complete. Round 2 is done, and I am excited to. I have some plans for my reading for February. Hint, hint, we do have another round coming up in April, so that will be announced come March. For all of that information, it's basically this is going to be like an every three, yeah, every like 3-4 months. It's basically yeah, every 3 months. Yeah, it happens 4 times a year, so yeah, I guess every or 3 times. I don't know. Either way, it's coming back in April. And so I'm excited for it. I know what that round is going to be, and I also know what round 4 and 5 are going to be. So I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys are also excited for it. I am enjoying my readathon, and it's been fun. And next time I see you guys, I don't even know when this video is going up. I'm not editing this today. This is a hot mess. We're done. We're closing this out. Thanks for, if you guys watched this far, thank you. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.